Today marks the 31st anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, setting accessibility standards for millions of Americans across the country. But the business community still has a ways to go, especially online. According to the firm Accessibility, just 2% of all websites are actually accessible for people with disabilities, and the lost opportunity is enormous. It's estimated the disability community has more than $600 billion of disposable income. So for more on how businesses can continue breaking down barriers, let's bring in Michael Hinkson. He's the former national ambassador for the Braille Literacy Campaign and Chief Vision Officer at Accessibility. Michael, it's great to have you here. So it seems like the business world is starting to get better at this. I see the icons on websites all the time. How much improvement still needs to be made, though?
Well, mostly there hasn't been a lot of improvement. There's been some. Accessibility was formed because of the fact that in the world today, we have a situation where websites are proliferating much faster than accessibility can even be made available to them, because it's all usually done by manual programmers who do one website at a time. And the problem is, even in the United States, we have over 380 new websites being created every minute. We need a scalable solution, and Accessibility brings that. Accessibility is a product that actually will help to make internet websites accessible by in this case, working at the browser end, making websites visible to persons with disabilities. And there are a lot of different disabilities and a lot of needs, and Accessibility right off the bat really deals with that.
And yet there's controversy. You know, some in the community think your work doesn't go far enough, or that it actually makes websites harder to use. Explain what's going on there.
Well, I've heard some of that. And I guess the best way to really answer it is that a lot of the accusations come from people who are in the manual programming world, who simply are feeling that their jobs are being threatened, which they're not. But the reality is, look, we are in a world today where it's been proven scientifically by any standard that you want that the vaccines for COVID-19 work and that they work well. Yet we have a lot of people who aren't taking the vaccines. It's no different. We have people who just won't trust, who aren't visionary enough to really look into other solutions other than what they're used to that may work. Accessibility has over 100,000 customers today. It's been around now 3 years, and it works well. You know, people can actually go and find out how accessible their own websites are by going to accessibility.com/ACE, ACE, and they can actually do their own test. It doesn't cost anything, and they'll see just how much work their own website needs to have done to it, if any.
Explain the hurdles you face, even just in doing this interview with us today, for example, and picking which sort of web video interface you can even use.
Zoom has been really wonderful because they have worked very hard over the last year, especially, to make their platform accessible and to keep it accessible, more so than most all of the other platforms, which is why we chose and both agreed, you and I, to do it this way. The fact is that there are a lot of issues with access, even on the most supposedly accessible sites. I went to a major shopping site over the weekend to try to buy something, and all I found were links that went to images, and there was no description of them. There's no need for any of that. Would that they used Accessibility. The problem is most people aren't aware of what needs to be done. Even programmers, most don't know what needs to be done. And so we're in the business, if you will, of trying to teach people about Accessibility. We've created a commercial. There's a new commercial using all people with disabilities, created by the community, to encourage people to use Accessibility, but also the purpose of the commercial is to teach people to deal with accessibility in general.
Right, to bring it front of mind, so to speak. Michael, thanks for joining us.
And the ADA requires that, but people still aren't paying attention.
Well, and at some point they will have to, either by paying attention to the work that you're doing or by being forced to. Michael, thanks, like I said, for your time today.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.